Hey there, Jen here, and this is a happy bit. My second oldest is now the tallest kid in our family. I'm 5'11", and we just, moments before I started recording this, stood back to back and found out that we are equivalent. I couldn't believe it. He's 14 years old, which means he could grow another 5 or 6 inches, making him 6'4" or 5. And I'm just shocked and still getting over the shock as I record this. But the whole thing kind of made me start thinking about parenting and adolescence and growth. And I thought back to what I learned in grad school about parenting. One of the things that sticks out in my mind that I really remember is this diagram that my professor, Sedalia Crace, showed us on the blackboard. And it was like this funnel. And the bigger side was on the left of the page. And then the funnel got smaller and smaller and smaller on the right side of the page. Now, on the left, it was the age of the child, and the measurement was control. So, essentially, this diagram, if you can picture it, is showing that the most successful outcomes for kids happen when they perceive that control from the parents is gradually decreasing. Reverse that, and the kids who perceive control is getting greater with age have worse outcomes. So what does this mean for us who are parents? Well, obviously, as our kids grow, they want to feel like they have more freedom. And as long as they consistently feel like there's more and more and more freedom, the outcomes are great. So I remember in grad school thinking, okay, we've got to be really controlling when they're preschoolers so that when they're in high school, they'll have this perception of, increased freedom, but we'll still have a little bit of control. Well, of course, real parenting, that all backfired. And, it's just been this juggling act of how much control. But I do feel like over time, we exert less and less and less control. Now, of course, with our first, that was more of a rude awakening because he demanded a ton of freedom all at once. And we went through this kind of spiral of, well, we want to be quote unquote good parents, but he will not be controlled. So I guess we're just going to let go of those expectations. And then once we did that, things got a lot better. We just had to start treating him like an adult way sooner than we had planned to. So with my second child, Ephraim, it's interesting because he has been undergoing a personality shift lately. He's 14. He's a teenager. I did that when I was a teenager. We all get it. I've been thinking about not wanting to repeat the same mistakes that we made with our oldest, trying to keep too much control for too long. So I'm practicing the art of surrender. Instead of resisting his change in behavior, which I would like to, because on the inside, I don't like it. I'm thinking, used to be really nice, buddy. What's going on? So I resist that, and I'm trying to surrender. I love that word. Surrender into the place of love. I actually created a mantra for myself to remind me. And the mantra goes like this. My only parenting tools are love, hugs, warmth, humor, and compliments. Notice what's lacking there. Criticism, nagging, telling them what to do. This doesn't mean I have no consequences for things that happen, but the things out of my mouth can be love, warmth, humor, and compliments. Now, this sounds like I'm perfect at it. Oh no, I have my struggles, but let me tell you, this mantra makes all the difference. When I wake up, I have 4 mantras I repeat. This is one of them currently. And I really feel into it. I imagine as if it's true. I imagine myself doing it. I feel the energy of it. Then throughout the day, as I interact with the kids, it comes to my mind. Oh my gosh, that was not a compliment that just came out of my mouth. So I shift, and I shift back to a compliment. John Gottman, who is a relationship therapist, said that our positive to negative ratio with each other in our families and in our relationships should be 5-1. 5 positives to 1 critical or negative statement. So with this mindset, my only parenting tools are love, hugs, warmth, humor, and compliments. I'm way more likely to stay in that space of the 5-1 positive to negative ratio. So I'm passing on that tip. Try a parenting mantra for yourself. Try to let your control decrease with age. And I think of good outcomes. It's going to be okay. All right, this has been fun. I will see you next time. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Vibrant Happy Women podcast at www.jenriday.com.